I've realized something today. I've always had really big issues, I guess, setting boundaries for myself. But there is one boundary that I always set, and I never really realized until today. But basically, if someone hurts someone that I care about, I will stop caring about them. Even if it's just for a second, I stop caring about them. And that's when my anger typically explodes. It's never because I'm angry at how they're treating me. When people aren't treating me right, or I don't feel like I'm being treated right, I never say anything. I'm very, very quiet about it. But as soon as they start doing that same action, or treating people that I care about the same way they treat me, I know how much it hurts me. So I lash out at that person for having treated my friend, ever making my friend feel like how they make me feel. And that was like, whoa, like I finally figured it out. I finally understand why I would explode. It was never because I was holding in emotions about how they were treating me, absolutely. And that's how the conversation would always end up turning. But I never exploded because of how they hurt me. I only ever exploded because they were treating my friend the same way. So the best prime example is the recent events that happened. I have a friend, or had a friend. I don't really know if we're still friends or not. Probably not, because, but she would constantly make me feel like I wasn't a friend to her. Like I was a parasocial person trying to make a connection with someone who didn't want to make a connection with me. And that really hurt me because, I wanted to be her friend. I wanted to connect with her and she didn't want to connect with me. That was painful to me. And I realized that we'd always get in these like big things, these big tiffs. And I would send her like a long ass paragraph about how she has this one behavior that hurts people, that hurts me. And I would say that. I would say something about it. And she would always get defensive and kind of dismiss it, but she would validate my feelings and everything. But she just she didn't care. She wasn't going to change anything about it. She didn't care that she hurt me. It was just it is what it is. The world fucking sucks type shit. And I was like, that's fucked up. Anyways, moving on. But I realized I only ever had those outbursts. I only ever told her how I was feeling, how that action would hurt when she would hurt someone I care about. It only ever happened whenever she hurt someone I cared about. It was never ever because I was hurting. The only time I would ever be pushed to my limit was when she displayed an action that hurt me to someone I care about. So the first time it happened, the first time I kind of went ballistic and felt really deeply about how her actions were treating me, were making me feel, was when she made a friend of ours feel the same way, that she wasn't cared for. She made a friend of ours feel like they weren't cared for. As soon as they told me they felt that way, I was in a spiral thinking about how she made me feel that way too. Shit, and she was making my friend, this person that I fucking care about, feel the same way? Hell no, I don't like that. And so I would explode. I'd send a whole paragraph about how much that behavior hurts. How much I didn't like that behavior because it was hurting me. But in reality, the only reason why I was admitting that it hurt me was because she hurt someone else with it. It happened again later on when a friend of mine was feeling disrespected because she wasn't answering her messages. And it was like always work. It was work related for that one. She wasn't answering messages. She wasn't being attentive to someone who's trying to work with her and do things for her for free, by the way, for nothing in return. And she just wouldn't answer when they needed an answer. They felt disrespected. I've been feeling disrespected. Shit, I know how you feel. It fucking sucks, doesn't it? So I blew up. This whole time I just didn't like that behavior. I called her out on it. Because it's not something that only I was feeling. I was validated to feel it because someone else felt it too. I wasn't the only one anymore. Knowing that, I was able to come out about my emotion because I wasn't the only one who felt disrespected. And it happened again. She disrespected my friend's time by not making her a priority when she had set up so many things and done so much for her to make sure everything lined up correctly and that you would be there on time, and you didn't show up on time. You didn't show up when she needed you. That sort of thing hurt me. And you're hurting my friend with that. You're hurting someone I care about the same way you hurt me. Fuck no. So I call you out on it. I get mad at you. Hello? Like, what are you doing? That's disrespectful. And it happened again for the last time. She had hurt someone I cared about. He said that he didn't feel cared for. I had been feeling that way, the same way, for so long. For months. I didn't feel cared for. I didn't say anything. I couldn't say anything. I couldn't bring myself to because I knew she couldn't care about me even if she wanted to. She couldn't make me feel cared about even if she says that she cares about me. I'd seen it. I'd known it. Having known that, but I heard it again from someone that wasn't me. My feelings were valid. They also didn't feel cared for. So I called her out on it. I exploded. I only ever express how I'm feeling when that same person hurts someone I care about. Now I'm going to take that and I'm going to apply it to previous situations instead of just this one person. This one person is prime example, absolutely. But now I realize it's the only boundary that I've ever actually set. And I started setting it a long, long time ago. My mom is a believer of faith, of Christianity. And Christianity had hurt me. Because it was telling me that I wasn't supposed to live. These people were telling me that I was blasphemous for being a person. That they should pity me for having feelings for people that are the same gender as me from birth. For caring about people who aren't the same gender as they were from birth. What? Like, I'm sorry. You pity me for that? For what? Like, I don't like that. I don't like that feeling. That really sucks. So when I come to a person in the Christian community and I kind of come out to them in a way, I'm asking for advice about how to be a good girlfriend, and they attack me, and then they tell their mother, and their mother looks at my mother with pity, the same pity I've been feeling since, like, all of a sudden, I don't want to go to church anymore. I don't want to believe in Christianity. I don't want to, like, support this thing. I don't care about this thing that hurt not only me, and because I don't really care about how things hurt me. I let people walk all over me all the time. I have no boundaries. But you hurt my mum. You hurt someone I cared about. All of a sudden, I don't want to be near you. Fuck you. Fuck off. I'm sorry. I don't want to believe in your faith anymore. I'm not going to go out of my way to try to believe in something that just hurt someone I cared about. You know what I mean? That, like, I now understand where my boundary is, what my boundary is. I will let people walk the fuck all over me all they fucking want. I put people on a fucking pedestal until they hurt someone I care about. Until they make someone that I care about feel hurt. And then I start calling them out on bullshit. And then I start saying I don't really care about you. And then I start saying in my head, this person does not deserve my respect. Because they just hurt someone that I cared about. It's happened before. I cut someone off because they hurt someone I care about. Only this time, the thing that happened previously that's made me even thinking about my boundaries and everything, I cut them off because they were hurting me. Other people around, they had their own boundaries. They were distancing themselves, or they just didn't let what she was doing affect them. But it was affecting me. She was at that point where I wanted to be close to her and she didn't want to be close to me at all. She wanted distance where I wanted closeness, and that there was no compatibility there. So it got to the point where I was letting her overstep my boundary again and again and again. I was letting her hurt people around me. Letting her. Because I didn't leave. I watched as she hurt people I care about. I would call her out on it and she would do it again. The one boundary that I was actually setting, I let her cross. And that hurts me so much more than the fact that she didn't give a fuck about me. Which I know isn't true. She did care about me, she did. Just not in the way that I would like to be cared for. And that's fine, that's just the standard I have. I just didn't set it. I'm learning that now, obviously. But it just, I finally get it. The reason why I don't like my grandparents is because they treated my mom like shit. She has a lot of trauma because of my grandparents. I don't like my grandmother. I don't like my grandma. Not my grandmother. My grandmother is actually kind of nice. I don't think she hurt my dad at all. I wouldn't know. We don't talk about it. I just don't know her, so I don't care because I don't know her. Does that make sense? And I also don't really want to get to know her, but that's a story for another day, innit? But like, my grandma hurt my mom, and I could visibly see it every single day, from how she would talk about herself, from how she would do her hair, how it literally took her 30, 40 years to finally let her natural hair down and not relax her hair all the time. My mom wasn't herself. She didn't feel like herself. She couldn't be herself. The same faith that she's grown up and grown with is hurting her beliefs because her daughter is a part of something that her faith rejects. It's hurting her. I don't like it because it hurts her. Which is funny to me because it's just like, I never really thought that I didn't know if I cared about her as much as I did. But now I realize I've literally rejected so many things from my life because I care about her. Which is like, okay, interesting. It was the same with the person who kept on like hurting me or hurting the people around me. I rejected things that hurt her all the time. I hated people that hurt her. If someone hurt her, I would immediately be like, okay, so I'm not allowed to talk to this person anymore. I need to stop caring about them. I have to stop caring. This person isn't good for them. This person isn't good for me because they hurt them. What? Bro, learning that my only boundary that I've ever actually set is that if someone hurts someone I care about, I stop caring about their feelings is huge. I don't know what it means, but shit, it's huge. Because at least I know that I can respect someone. I can respect a boundary that has been set. I just don't notice that I'm setting that boundary. But I'm noticing now. I know now. And what happened is I let her cross it so many times. That was ignorant of me and horrible, and I should never have let her done that. And for my friends, they didn't want to meet her. They didn't like her. My friends and my family, they didn't like her because because she was hurting me. I get it. I get it now. They didn't like her because she was hurting me. I felt resentment towards them because they didn't like her. I felt like they didn't care about her. They didn't know her. They only knew what she was doing to me, how she made me feel, and shit, she did not make me feel fucking good. But yeah, no, that's a fun thing to learn. I just thought I'd throw it out there, I guess. But yeah, no, that's fun. That's cool. But yeah, no, she just... I'm learning that a really big thing to me is being cared for, feeling cared for. And if someone disrespects people that I care for, I get really, really angry to the point of like taking what they did to that person and turning it into a way to vent my frustrations about how they feel, how they make me feel as well. Being like, I relate to this person that you hurt, I relate to, because you make me feel the same way. Because it's a lot easier to say that, it's a lot easier to justify my feelings when someone else has felt it too. It's a lot easier to voice my feelings and how I feel when someone else has also felt it. Because then I feel like I'm validated in feeling those things. I'm allowed to feel hurt because you've hurt someone else as well, in the same way. So when people are like, oh, it didn't hurt me that bad, I'm just like, how? How? It hurts me so fucking much. It didn't hurt you at all? Shit. How do I be like you? Because, like, that really fucking hurt. How she treats me hurts like a real fucking bitch. But they don't want to be close to you. They have boundaries. They don't need to be close to you. I needed to. And that just, like, learning that, shit. I finally get it. It just took me so fucking long to get. Oh my god. Anyways. Sorry. It really was just like we fell out over a difference of what friendship needs to be. And her version of friendship was just not okay to me. It felt disrespectful on so many levels. And so I can't. I'm not gonna sit and let someone disrespect me. I can't do it anymore. I really need to learn what my boundaries are. I really do, because she kept crossing them, and because I didn't set them. I allowed her to cross all of my boundaries. I allowed myself to do things that I hate, to be someone that I hate for her. I always said I do things that I hate for people I love. I really just didn't set any boundaries for myself, and I let people walk all over me, and I resented them for it. So that's kind of that's what happened. I did things I hated for people that I cared about, and that I shouldn't have. I really shouldn't have, because if I had stopped doing things that I hated, I would have stopped talking to her a lot sooner. Yeah, okay. Well, now I'm gonna go cry in a corner or something somewhere.